Tom Aspinall stirred up some serious controversy about Jon Jones during his appearance on Logan Paul's Impaulsive podcast. Things got intense as Aspinall and Logan debated whether Jones is avoiding the matchup or simply holding out for a larger payday. The exchange was charged, with Aspinall firmly expressing that he's prepared to face Jones anytime, any place.
Is Jon Jones scared to fight you?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the thing with Jon is conning the public, man.
Whoa. And Logan Paul, it's his favorite fighter.
Yeah. Oh, is it really?
Well,
yeah. Listen.
I mean, he's definitely top three. He's definitely top three.
Absolutely. I'm not disputing that he's an amazing fighter. I think the fact that he didn't want to fight Ngannou for 3 years, and now he's not wanting to fight me for over a year, and the way he manipulates the media and the public is super smart. I'm not taking anything away from him. But do I think he's scared to take the tough fights at this stage in his career?
Logan Paul presented a strong counterpoint during the discussion, offering a fresh take on Jon Jones's current stance. He proposed that it might be understandable for Jones to steer clear of high-risk matchups at this stage of his legendary career. Logan emphasized that Jones has already cemented his status as one of the sport's all-time greats, and stepping into the cage against a rising, motivated contender like Tom Aspinall could be an unnecessary gamble. He directly challenged Aspinall, asking if he could relate to Jones's perspective, having fought for so long at the highest level, absorbed years of punishment, and built an unmatched legacy. Logan suggested that Jones might be more concerned with protecting his legacy than risking it, especially since a defeat now could overshadow everything he's accomplished. Paul also touched on the financial side of things, pointing out that fighters at the top often weigh risk against reward more carefully. In Jones's case, choosing only the most lucrative and strategic fights might not be cowardice, but a savvy, earned privilege. This viewpoint added depth to the conversation and encouraged Aspinall to reflect on the immense pressure that comes with being a dominant champion. The exchange evolved into an insightful discussion about legacy, risk management, and how fighters' mindsets evolve over time.
Can you understand that?
Absolutely. Yeah, I can.
You can empathize with that?
I respect it. But if you're going to ask me the straight up question, is Jon Jones afraid to fight me? The honest answer would be
Mike, the co-host, seized the opportunity to voice the question that was on everyone's mind: is the fight actually going to happen? With the atmosphere already charged, he leaned in and pressed Tom Aspinall for a straight answer. Mike pushed for insight into whether any real conversations or behind-the-scenes negotiations had taken place to set up the potential bout. He wanted clarity on whether this anticipated heavyweight showdown was genuinely in motion or just media-driven speculation. The room was thick with anticipation as all eyes turned to Aspinall, waiting to hear if fans could realistically expect this blockbuster clash in the near future.
Fight fucking happening?
I cannot say or deny. No, right now we're actually waiting for news. We have had to do, I'm chasing it up, like the UFC are saying that it's going to happen. I'm chasing it all the time. I want the fight really bad. You know what? It's not even, like I see people online saying like, you know the thing that happened with Conor and Chandler?
Yeah.
People are like, don't be like Michael Chandler.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not about the fighting Jon. It's about the UFC heavyweight title.
Yeah.
Like I've got a version of the title, but I want to be the undisputed champion. That's all it is. It doesn't matter about Jon. I'm trying to be the undisputed heavyweight champion.
Aspinall also shed light on one of Jon Jones's signature tactics, intensively, reviewing footage of his opponents to pick apart their habits and technical tendencies. But as Aspinall pointed out, his own fights tend to be short, explosive affairs, leaving little usable footage for Jones to study. This lack of extended fight time means Jones would be entering relatively blind, without the usual detailed breakdowns he relies on to craft his strategies. Unlike fighters with lengthy, drawn-out battles that reveal layers of their skill set, Aspinall's rapid finishes provide few moments for patterns to emerge. His opponents often don't last long enough to adjust, which in turn makes him a moving target, constantly evolving, hard to predict. Aspinall elaborated that Jones might be forced to go into such a fight based on educated guesses rather than the reliable data he's accustomed to. That shift could disrupt Jones's trademark ability to adapt mid-fight by reading and reacting to his opponent's behavior. With so little to go on, Aspinall argued, Jones would be stepping into unfamiliar territory, facing someone who offers no clear blueprint. That unpredictability, Aspinall believes, could be the X factor. If they ever face off in the octagon, he sees his elusiveness as a potential game changer against one of MMA's most cerebral fighters.
Massive studier of his
Tapes.
opponents. Yeah, he's a massive tape studier. Like, that's one of the things that he does best. And the tapes are just not really out there of me. And the fact that I live over here as well, I think it's a massive... I think some people see it like as a detriment living in the UK away from it. For me personally, I think it's amazing because like when I go to Vegas and training, like I see how intertwined everybody is with each other's business and stuff. And like I'm out here and I'm just doing my own thing and nobody knows anything about me, and I love it.
Aspinall didn't mince words when sharing his frustration over the current state of affairs. He openly expressed irritation about how Jon Jones's inactivity has created a bottleneck in the division, leaving his own career in limbo. According to Aspinall, the prolonged delay is stalling progress for everyone involved and robbing fans of the high-stakes matchups they've been waiting for. He made it clear that he's ready to compete and grow increasingly impatient with the standstill. In his view, the sport is constantly evolving, and every day spent waiting is a missed chance to build his legacy and show the world he's the top contender. Aspinall believes that momentum is everything, and this kind of hold-up not only affects him personally, but also holds back the entire heavyweight landscape.
You mentioned it when talking about your title. You said it's a version of the championship.
Yeah.
And you know, it is the interim heavyweight championship. Does that bother you? Can you still feel proud that you are the current UFC heavyweight
you know
champion?
what? I'm currently ranked #1 in the world, which
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah.
But I want to be known as the best. I don't like. See, this is for me. This is where the UFC separates from like boxing, because in boxing you got a million divisions and you got 5 or 6 champions at each weight.
Yeah.
And it's like, this guy's a world champion. Oh, but what about this guy? Oh, this guy's a world champion as well. Oh, what about this? Oh, so they've got like 5 champions, and that's a bit weird for me. Like, I think there should be like one face, one name, every division. And I obviously want it to be me, whereas Jon's like doing some weird stuff about it. Like I say, the problem isn't with Jon. The problem is the fact that he's sitting on the belt and not doing anything. So I think that, to answer your question, I want to be known as the guy at heavyweight, or at least have a shot. You know, like, just give me a shot, give me the opportunity to do it. And I think,
Despite months of silence from Jon Jones, leaving both fans and fellow fighters in the dark, Tom Aspinall hasn't held back. One thing he made undeniably clear: he has no intention of defending the interim title again. For Aspinall, that belt is merely a placeholder, a temporary marker on the path to what he truly seeks, the undisputed UFC heavyweight championship. He spoke passionately about the purpose behind a fighter's journey, years of sacrifice and training aimed at becoming the definitive best, not at holding a secondary title that feels incomplete. Defending the interim belt, in his eyes, would be like standing still, a symbolic move that lacks real progress. The only bout that matters to him now is the one for the full title, the fight that would etch his name permanently in the sport's history. Aspinall's frustration was unmistakable as he described the stagnation in the division, forced to wait, while his ambitions are put on hold. Time is slipping away, and with each day that passes without a shot at the real crown, he feels an opportunity slipping through his fingers. He's not content with the label of interim champion. He's chasing legacy, respect, and the right to be called the true king of the heavyweight division. The question that lingers: will Jon Jones finally rise to the occasion, or will Aspinall continue to chase a phantom while the division remains frozen in uncertainty?
being inside the octagon and having Jon Jones in front of me and feel what that aura feels like of having a potential goal move around in front of me and seeing how I match up.
With all the recent tension and speculation in the air, one question is on everyone's mind. Is Jon Jones finally starting to feel the pressure to make this fight a reality? The intensity is building, and fans are getting increasingly impatient. Tom Aspinall has made it crystal clear. He's ready to step into the cage. And with each day of silence from Jones, the anticipation only grows. Will Jones answer the call and deliver the blockbuster fight fans have been waiting for? Or will he continue to stay out of the spotlight, leaving questions swirling about whether he's dodging the toughest challenge of his career? This potential showdown is about more than just championship gold. It's about legacy. Aspinall is hungry to prove he deserves the throne, while Jones has a chance to silence critics and further solidify his claim as the greatest to ever do it. But as Jones's silence stretches on, people can't help but wonder, is this a strategic delay? Or is there real hesitation in the face of a rising, dangerous contender like Aspinall? What do you think? Is Jon Jones avoiding the fight? Or simply waiting for the right moment to strike? Share your take in the comments. And if you're following the saga, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of the action, the drama, or the biggest moments in the UFC.